What's up, you guys? Let's talk about side hustles for a minute. Over the past year, we've all seen how disposable our jobs have become and how important it is that we have multiple streams of income. So, right now, let's talk about some good side hustle gigs. And I don't mean multi-level marketing schemes or at-home marketing jobs, at-home sales jobs, none of those crazy things. These are just things that you can do on your free time or that you can just do from home that are going to bring you extra money. Alright, you guys, so here we are back in the studio and we're going to talk some side hustles. So I'm actually going to break this up into two parts. The first part is going to be side hustles that you can do from home and that kind of don't require that much effort. And then the second part is going to be side hustles that you kind of have to put a little more effort in and most likely you will have to leave your house for. Or you will have to leave your house for. Alright, so the first one that people don't really talk about is proofreading. And that's basically where you go through somebody else's blog or somebody else's document that they have sent in to you through an establishment that is basically just asking you to proofread it, make sure it makes sense, make sure the punctuation and grammar is correct, and just basically putting a final set of eyes on something before they actually publish it. So you can go about this by going online and doing just a search for at-home proofreading jobs. And a lot of times it'll require like a little course that doesn't take a lot of time, maybe like 7 hours. And after that course, you can get into this group of people and you start getting these jobs of people who are needing their documents proofread, and then you send it back in and then you get paid. Now, I don't know the exact pay on this, but I know that there's an average out there that's been thrown around that people are making $25 to $30 an hour just by proofreading. So if we're trying to make that extra $1,000 a month, do this for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and boom, you are well on your way to making $1,000 a month. All right, so number 2 on this list is become a social media manager or a social media assistant. So basically what that means is somebody pays you a set amount of money to basically go through a calendar and upload items on their social media for them. Now, maybe they're a business, maybe they're an influencer, but they basically just send you a file with a zip file with all of these images in them, and then a calendar that says, hey, on this day, I need you to upload this, and you're basically just a virtual personal assistant for this person's social media. A lot of times people do this on Pinterest, but a lot of times people are now doing it on Instagram. A lot of people really see the value in building their brand on Instagram, and they just don't have the time to put into actually executing the uploads and sticking on a schedule. Because there's a certain time that a lot of these businesses and a lot of like brands want to upload on their social media that they just can't attain. Maybe it's like 6 p.m. Eastern time and they're in Pacific time and it's just too early for them. Maybe they have meetings at that time. So it just doesn't really logistically make sense for them. So a lot of times they're hiring these people. And I know that there's been a couple numbers thrown around out there, and I know that people are making anywhere from $200 to $500 a month just by taking a couple seconds of their day and doing a daily upload off of a zip file from their boss, basically. And you can go ahead and find jobs like this just by doing like basically a Google search for, just search like Instagram personal assistant or virtual assistant for social media, and you'll turn up thousands of entries for this exact work. All right, so number 3 on this list is selling your service or a talent that you have. So we all have talents and we all have a job that we have a lot of knowledge in. For example, if you're an artist and you draw art or you paint pictures, you can make printables of those and you can sell them on eBay, Etsy, or a Shopify store. And that's pretty passive income. Post those pictures on Instagram and Facebook and make some sales that way. Or if you have a service that you offer, for example, a knowledge base. So say that you're like a lawyer and you can give advice on your TikTok page or something, and then or your social media page, and then at the end of the day, you can have a link that people can actually call you for like 10 minutes advice or 15 minutes advice or whatever it may be. Maybe law is not like the best example, but basically you have a service that you're selling or the knowledge base people can pay you to basically pick your mind and learn from you for a set amount of time, whether it be 30 minutes or an hour. A quick phone call that people PayPal you and you just take the call. All right, so number 4 on this list is something a little less conventional. It's called bank churning, and I talked about this in another video that I did last summer. But basically it's where you open up bank accounts. It's all legal, 100% legal, I promise. You open up bank accounts and you take advantage of like, for example, Chase Bank offers $250 to sign up for a bank account. Yeah, there's some like restrictions and you have to hold the money in there for a certain amount of time, but you basically open up a bank account, put the minimum amount in, you get paid $250, you complete the term and everything that they ask you to do, and then you can either close that bank account down or you can save it and do whatever you please with that bank account. And every single bank out there is offering sign up bonuses or bonuses to refer people. And basically that's just bank account churning. Like people, you can make like an extra like $300 a month just by churning bank accounts. And it's legal. It obviously costs a little bit because you have to invest the money into the bank account. But at the end of the day, that's still your money. So it's technically free. There just is an upfront cost for yourself, if that makes sense. And you have your extra money right there. All right, so number 5 on this list is writing for pay or doing YouTube for pay. I'm leaning towards the direction of writing because you don't have to put as much work into that as you would on YouTube. For example, you can write on Medium and you can get paid per view of your article that you write. So basically, if you have another talent or you have your main knowledge base, if you do quick blog articles or quick little entries into like a home journal and then you publish those on Medium and you just keep publishing, people that read those articles, you get paid per view. And I know people out there making really good money doing this. I know that you can make people can make pretty easily like $500 a month if you just sit around and you just write some articles and upload those articles to Medium. Now, you can do the same thing on YouTube, but with YouTube, it's a little difficult because you have to have your main subscriber base at 1,000 people and you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. So before anybody can start making money through the Google AdSense program on YouTube, you have to hit those requirements. Where on Medium, you don't have any minimum requirements to hit, and you can just start uploading your journal entries, and you can start getting paid immediately through Stripe. It is. So while we're on that topic, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a good thumbs up. Let's get this video pushed out pretty far, and help your boy get some subscribers. All right, so those are the top 5 side hustles that you can do at home from your computer to make some extra money. In my mind, I think those are good side hustles. But I mean, there's a plethora of other side hustles out there that you can do from your house that you can actually make money online doing. You can do Instagram theme pages where you basically build an Instagram page and then you sell that post as like advertising space. You can learn Facebook ads and you can either become an ads manager or you can run a store yourself. You can do a Shopify store. That's what I did, and you can check out some of my videos down below on how I have built a Shopify store and Shopify brands that have made over $1 million, and one of my stores makes over $100,000 a month in revenue. And it's just the sky's the limit, honestly. You can do things like you can take surveys online, which I know that you probably won't make that much doing that, and it's going to be a lot of time. It's probably a couple cents per survey that you take. But hey, I mean, it's out there. Maybe you make $2 or $3 a day. Say you make $5 a day doing that. I mean, that's gonna be a good like $150 a month. So let's move on to other side hustles that we can do in 2021 that might require us to leave the house or put a little more effort into it. So the main one that I want to talk about is obviously delivery driving. And that is going to be the main side hustle that people have nowadays. And people actually do this as their job. And you know what I'm talking about. Postmates, DoorDash, Uber, that kind of stuff. Any sort of offering your rideshare or offering to deliver things to people, that is going to make you a lot of money. People are becoming more accustomed to ordering and having their food delivered. I know that I get food delivered through DoorDash quite a bit. I don't even want to admit how much that happens. But people are actually becoming more comfortable with it. And people are actually starting to tip on these platforms more than they would have maybe a year ago. So you can make extra tip money and then you also get paid per delivery. So that's your best bet if you're going to do something that you want to put some extra effort into and you actually want to build and grow a nice side hustle that could potentially take over your main job. And that's delivery driving. All right, so sticking with our theme of putting our talents and our efforts to work for us, we can even take this a step further than just offering consulting calls or offering our service on the side, and you can build courses. So, I know this is something that kind of makes me cringe because I'm a Shopify branding person and I build Shopify stores and I build brands. And like people are like, I'm a Shopify guru. I'm like, oh, dagger. I don't love that so much because it kind of gives a bad name to what I do. But hey, you know what? A lot of times online learning, I mean 100% of the time, learning online and like watching courses, like that's what we do, right? We watch YouTube videos. That's how we learn to do a lot of things in life, is watching other people do it on the internet. So, by offering a service of a course is not a bad thing, 100% not a bad thing. The thing that bugs me is people that have really no knowledge and they try to like build something up to what it's not, and then they build a course around it and then they make a bunch of money, and then people are like, this didn't work for me. Well, no shit, it didn't work for you because they didn't really know what they were doing. So, hence why courses have a bad name to them. But there are plenty of courses out there that they can teach you a lot, and that I think that a lot of people can learn a lot from. But back onto our main track, you can build a course. You can build any sort of educational service. Maybe you write a little like 10-page essay book or something and you sell that to your followers, or you sell that to people that are interested in what you do, or your clients, or other people that work that you know in your industry. Now, this one does take a little more effort because you probably have to have a social media following. You have to have people to sell this course or these documents to, and you also have to build these products and put these courses together. Like, trust me, making a video is not like a small task. Like, I know my videos don't look like super high production, but sitting here and seeing like all of the lights and like the microphone and the monitors and the cameras and like the backgrounds and like everything that actually goes into this was a lot more than I ever imagined that it would be. And I make videos because I think it's super fun, and I kind of like a way to express myself in a way that is different than just like Instagram and stuff. And that's why I make videos. So, if you like this video, for the third time, give this video a thumbs up. Please. Just a thumbs up. That's all I need. Just a good like. Even if you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up. Get it out there. Maybe somebody else will like it. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is leasing out your home or your car for payment. So, this is a little different. You can either use Airbnb for your home or Turo for your car. So, if you're going to lease out your car, let's start with that because this is something that's more logical for most people. You can basically rent your car to people. Like, for example, I could take my Tesla and I could rent that out to somebody for a fixed amount a day and then get it back at the end of the day. And I just made a couple, maybe $100. I don't know how much my car would go on there. Maybe $100. So I could do that for 6 days out of the month, and make it, $600 a month just by renting my car out and staying home. Now, this has to be something that maybe you have an extra car and this becomes more logical, or maybe you just want to stay home. But, I mean, if you're really pressed for money and you really want to make the side hustle work, I mean, you'll really do anything, and you're trying to like save for something, then like lease your car out. Put your car to work for you. Stay home. It'll make you not do anything, make you not spend money because you're staying home. And you can make extra money doing so. And then the next part of this is Airbnb. You can basically rent out a part of your home. Maybe it'd be one room, maybe it'd be your whole house, but you can rent out your home. I know you all know what Airbnb is for the most part, and you can rent that out. And I know people are making like really good money, especially if you have a location-based home. Like, say you have a house in Palm Springs, California, and you can lease out your house in April for Coachella and Stagecoach, and you can make like $2,000 to $3,000 for the weekend just by renting out your house. And like maybe that doesn't interest you, or maybe you're around somewhere where maybe you're around a ski resort, and in the wintertime people are going to start going skiing again, and you can rent out your house that way and you go elsewhere. Maybe you go to a friend's house, or maybe you just have enough money that you buy an extra house and then you invest that money and you actually lease that house out through Airbnb. I live in a coastal town in Southern California, and so I'm like minutes from the beach outside right now. So I've thought about purchasing a property down by the beach, a beach house, and getting a mortgage on it, and then renting that out during the summertime through Airbnb, and just basically putting all that money into paying that mortgage off and just like having the house pay for itself as an investment. And that's something that I've been thinking about, and I think that if I do that, I'll share that on the YouTube channel. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can follow that journey too. All right, so number 4 on this list does require you to have a degree, a bachelor's degree, but a lot of people have it and a lot of people don't. So basically, if you have a degree, you can go online and you can get a certificate that allows you to teach English to people over via the internet. Or you can teach English in schools, and you can just basically teach people how to speak your native tongue. And obviously that would be super easy to do, you think, but I'm sure the challenges come. But basically, you just go online and get a certification that says, I know English and I'm going to teach these people English. All right, so number 5 on this list is something that I think we all can do, and that is going on TaskRabbit and basically picking up tasks. So TaskRabbit is basically a job bulletin board where people say, hey, I need my TV hung and I'm willing to pay this much money. Well, I know how to hang a TV. I think it's very simple, but a lot of people don't. I have the tools to do so. I've hung multiple TVs in my home. Why not go pick up this job and make an extra $100 to go literally hang a TV on somebody's wall? That'd take like an hour out of your day. Or maybe somebody needs their lawn mowed. They go on TaskRabbit and they post this, and basically you can just go on there and you can pick up little services that you can do for people, and they'll pay you directly. And I've seen a lot of people make a lot of actually good side hustle money by doing so, whether it be like cleaning people's garages out or hanging things on the wall or repainting a deck or all these little things, that tasks that people have around the house. Probably older people or probably rich people who just don't give a shiz and just want to make extra, just want to pay somebody to do the work for them. So if you're trying to find a good side hustle on the side that does require a little extra effort, I would 100% recommend doing it on TaskRabbit. All right, well, that wraps up my list of side hustles for 2021. And like I said earlier, like everybody needs to have a side hustle. You need to have multiple streams of income. I think if anything, that's what the pandemic taught us, is that relying on one job or one stream of income is not going to be sufficient for you. Like if you were working at a restaurant and that was your main income, but you were working at a chain restaurant and like you had like, it was like solid, like the store's not going anywhere, and then all of a sudden during COVID it shuts down and you lose all of your income and you don't have any other side hustles or anything to fall back upon. Like that's a super scary feeling, I imagine. And so I just think that we all need to work from here forward on having multiple streams of income and really hustling. But thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Also, social media, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. All right, you guys, talk to you later.